What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online family? JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About. This, of course, has been my recurring discussion series of nearly 10 years here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel, looking at the past, present, and future of over 34 years of Jamiroquai. And this episode of JamiroFan Talks About is going to be discussing another new discovery via music copyright repertory that was made by a member of the Jamily over on the Jamiroquai subreddit. Now, a lot of people who've been watching my videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel probably remember I recently did a 3 news item episode talking about a new confirmed, unconfirmed Jamiroquai track title list I made of all the songs that looked very suspect, withstanding the 3 known Jamiroquai songs, Disco Stays the Same, Queen Machine, and Shadow on the Night, that I have been looking at for months on different music copyright repertories, which I deduced or speculated could be part of the 9th Jamiroquai album, which will hopefully be coming to some release fruition sometime in the early summer of 2026, but I digress. A member of the Jamily on the Jamiroquai subreddit made the discovery of a track title called Distrokid, and that was made by Worth underscore yak underscore 1183 on the Jamiroquai subreddit. And much like the consensus in its post comments, I assumed, like everybody else, that this was a mistitle track listing via the SISAC ISWC Music Copyright Search Repertory, and it was referenced to Distrokid. Now, Distrokid, for anybody who doesn't know, is actually a company that provides music distribution or digital music distribution to major music streaming platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and many others, including Tidal, Sometimes these song titles on these music copyright repertories could be lyric fragments, and sometimes they could just simply be coincidental references to a digital music streaming platform that distributes this music out to music streaming platforms. But after doing a little bit of searching on my own, it appears potentially, and please take this as my own speculation, and the person who discovered this is speculation. Until this is confirmed by Jamiroquai HQ's social media, or by the release of the 9th Jamiroquai album, Distrokid does appear on 7 different music copyright repertories with co-songwriting credits to J.K. and Matt Johnson of Jamiroquai. And those seven music copyright repertories where Distrokid was found, in some of the listings listing Jamiroquai as a principal performer, were on the GEMA, the German Music Copyright Search Engine, AmCOS, the Australian Music Copyright Search Engine, SABAM, the Belgian Music Copyright Search Engine, CMRRA, the Canadian Music Copyright Search Engine, SJAE, Spanish Music Copyright Search Engine, SACEM, or SACEM, the French Music Copyright Search Engine, and of course, aforementionedly on SISAC, the ISWC Mexican Music Copyright Search Engine. Now, when it came to the criteria that I kind of followed when it came to my deducing, like I did in my aforementioned list of confirmed and unconfirmed track titles for Jamiroquai Album 9, based off my searchings on search on the music copyright search engines or repertories, I kind of deduced those 10, at least the 7 other songs, I kind of basically consider them high potentials for Jamiroquai Album 9, given if they appeared on multiple copyright search engines online. And a great majority of those songs, under the 3 known ones, which can go, all 3 of them have appeared on all those, also additionally on all those search engine copyrights for music copyright. Those tracks I kind of added to that list if I saw them multiple times. Like I said, I saw them on the 7 most notable music copyright search engines around the world. And in the case of Distrokid, it appears Distrokid is on all these 7 of those music copyright repertories. Very exciting. So this could mean Distrokid isn't just some coincidental track named after the music distribution service for all music streaming platforms, but actually a track title from Jamiroquai Album 9. Now, I did make a handy infographic of all this information for the benefit of the online Jamily, titled Distrokid Repertory Search Infographic. I did release that on the subreddits of the online Jamily and on my social media, so if you'd like to see this infographic for yourself, to see all this evidence, I'll be sure to put it up in the description area of this episode, JamiroFan Talks About, down below. Now, a massive thank you to Worth underscore yak underscore 1183 from the Jamiroquai subreddit for making this discovery. Now, if any more discoveries, at least fitting that a pre-mentioned criteria that I like to follow, when it comes to searching on music copyright search engines on possible potential other track titles for Jamiroquai Album 9. I'll be sure to report them here in future videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel, but for the time being, I'll also additionally put a link, if you missed that episode of JamiroFan Talks About where I talked about that confirmed, unconfirmed Jamiroquai track title for Jamiroquai Album 9, I'll additionally put a link to that infographic down in the description area of this episode of the JamiroFan Talks About down below additionally. But like I said, if any more information, at least on an official Jamiroquai HQ social media confirmation, or if any more discoveries of tracks with multiplicity on all these aforementioned music copyright search engines and repertories comes online, I'll definitely report them here on future videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. But I thought this justified an episode of JamiroFan Talks About to keep you up to date on all the latest track titles that we have been seeing with some frequency on these music copyright repertories. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. Thank you again for watching this episode of JamiroFan Talks About. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and ding the bell on your YouTube. Stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel as we roll out of a very quiet April of 2026 into May of 2026. And like I said, we are on the cusp of getting, probably in about another week's time, the confirmations of all these rumored Latin and South American Jamiroquai tour leg editions. And I'm going to be trying my darndest to bring you all those updates when they become available. I expect probably by the first week of May, we will finally start having these edition dates being confirmed and rolled out with ticket buying availability. And like I said, it's going to be exciting times and busy times for myself trying to report all this when it becomes when Jamiroquai HQ official social media decides to release all that information. But when that becomes available, you will certainly find it here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I will be doing lots of coverage, and I'm hopefully that will be that major confirmation of Jamiroquai tour editions will hopefully be in concert with finally some information about Jamiroquai Album 9, the track list, the first single, what the name of the bloody album's going to be. I will give it to Jamiroquai HQ social media. They have done a darn good job keeping this information under wraps, and they haven't been telling me much, so that means they've been working very extra hard to make sure that this upcoming promotions for Jamiroquai Album 9 are as superb as they were for Autumn Maidon. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai-related content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Exciting times, and I'll see you around.